What a day, what a day, what a day. Bitcoin, 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 Bitcoin Cash, and Bitcoin Cash, and Bitcoin itself. Well, to many, this comes as a surprise. To us, less so of a surprise. Here's our Vimeo for our premium viewers, locked. Done on the 14th of December, talking of, you may recognize that as the daily Bitcoin Cash, how the big action is coming. Part of that assessment was also Bitcoin Cash against fiat, that's the US dollar. I've put it up against Tether here, this is Bittrex. So during this period, while I was grinding, we call that funneling actually, very low volatility but with an upward ascent to it in our funnel area. We were already modeling this for an upside break. Yes, we were at the point that it was $1,400, looking for an over the 3,050 mark run, and that is a substantial 2x on a very liquid coin. It did progress and it did prompt a nice little break. Let's show you some of these things rather than just say that it happened. There in fact is one of the draws put up by probably myself, but there are many others that have been working on this. That's the value of a community of our draw. As you can see, looking at the 3,000 break mark, at that point we're still at the 1,500 mark and getting long, and that was part of the content of our premium video that we did over there. In other words, we were expecting, and I tweeted out, we got a major alt that's going to give us a multiple that we're looking forward to coming soon. Of course, there was also news about Coinbase, etc. on Bitcoin Cash. And today was indeed the day. You could have been part. In fact, you had a rest here at our first interim where we anticipate these things to take place. And there was a bit of churn in and around as well on our second interim. But when you get the big open spaces, you get the big open moves. And with Bitcoin Cash, it is nearly always a power spike. It is nearly always a power spike. Often you get these moves where if you look on the bigger time frame, you actually get the slippage positively, and this is about exchanges. Yeah, Bittrex actually slipped horrifically and had a major pump and then a big sell-off dump. In fact, the Bitfinex curve was probably the best chart for following what went down, and that's it here at the moment live. That's Polo actually, it's not Bitfinex. Get your story straight, Francis. Anyway, we'll come back to that one. I seem to have mislaid or killed that particular chart. What was happening at Bitcoin at the same time? So what you might be aware is that there's an adversarial relationship between cash and Bitcoin, and as Bitcoin has been dominant most of the second half of the year, you've always had these spikes of cash between itself and Bitcoin. So this is Bittrex. The spike always back down low, spike back down low. We've been really lucky. We caught that pump, the second one here, and we caught this huge one for 4 or 5x. You'll see in a lot of the testimonial videos of people that were part of the community or just about becoming community that had got some element of this huge big move. Well, we were prepping everyone that Santa Claus was coming again for the Bitcoin Cash, but as you can see, it's of its nature spiky, and of course it's melt up, so there's always this fear of a flippening, as some have referred to it, between Bitcoin and cash. So what was happening with Bitcoin, going back to that argument? Well, we had a sell-off after a number of nice little continuation setups. We had a sell-off, and then we had this grinding behavior. Now initially I thought that was going to be up, and I did a bit of a volume by price, and it was a lot of the volume was taking place over here, but in actual fact this is what we call an ascending setup. The first inverted in a new trend often has an extremely ascending lows, low 1, low 2, low 3, and actually you get your squeeze quite high slung. You'll find out what all these things mean on our program. You pop over to themarketsniper.com and complete the questionnaire to see if it suits you by style. But anyway, back to the chart. Where has it gone? We got a squeeze, we got a dump to target, then you churned a bit and put a pushback, but that was continuation. First setups and new trends often overperform to the downside, and that's exactly what you got. Spill return to the key level of significance. You'll learn all about that on our 18 steps course, only now available to trading metamorphosis programs, and a replacement introducing HVF intermediate and advanced program coming that will take the place of the old 18 steps, which is now only available, as I say, to the trading metamorphosis folks. Anyway, enough about that. Rally back up to the key level of significance, spank it back down. What are we getting now? We're actually getting a bit of a counter trend, push back. Now there's one or two things that are going to go on. This will turn into an upside squeeze for Bitcoin. That could mean rally back up. Bitcoin bounces back hard, hence those spikes on Bitcoin Cash, spike and then return back down, and that's what we're watching right now. Will it be continuation to the downside, or will it be return strength back up here? By virtue of being a first upside in a new trend, could it be up, 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 which could mean that cash at the moment might slip, remember, part of its nature. So everyone calls the flippening, dip, 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 dip. Is it upside, failing it down, dipping lower? It could form a low 2 somewhere over here and still be up, or it could just continue to fall down, down, down. So quite a consistent fall here. This was modeling for upside. This is live, but in actual fact it could also be down. Look at that Bitcoin. Is it going to be rallying? That's quite strong and impulsive, and if it runs this level, who knows where we might be. So getting a little bit interesting, but we were expecting the cash. We were in it, and some of the guys actually managed to close at 27. I'm not claiming that. I was in a car driving from amazing Moab in Utah back to Vegas, so yeah, I just feel really lucky to have got in at 10s, 11s, 12s, and even a little bit at 13s, and still in and around the 18s and 19s at the moment, and have managed to harvest some, but still holding some cash. Going to have to decide whether hold it for longer. Look versus the dollar, massive overperformance, 4,000 when you had a 3,068 target. Pullback, we could get quite a pullback and churn. Previous targets, we traded that. That was the one we really enjoyed. That was the draw, where we got multiple time frames of wins up top here with overperformance, and that was our first take profit. So you can see it came back a long way. So cash has a habit, Bitcoin Cash, of coming back hard after major spikes. So it's never a bad idea to harvest. So that was the big day. That was the day. Lots of chit chat about how quiet the market was, except in the Bitcoin world. If we have a look at this, people talking about GDAX and BCH opening at $9,000 at one point. A bit of sobriety has returned, and we're back in the land of reality and potential for this, as I say, to ease. However, we do have other news on Bitcoin Cash that our inner community is aware of, so we'll be playing it the way we do. But that's just your update about what has gone on. We've also been very lucky with Verge, multiple HVFs pushing higher at the moment, setups upon setups actually, across many time frames. So you might want to put that one on your watch list as well. But recently just run a confluence of targets there, so may take a risk at some point. If you want to find out more about becoming part of the community and seeing whether it's aligned, we will be doing a webinar on the 23rd of December. It will be the last for the year. It will be the last pricing of that year with a special offer attached to it. We will have new content, new program. You will get the benefit of that if you sign up in 17, but there will be new pricing for 18. Going forward, people making multiples on that which they invested in quite short time. So if it's up, if you're up for that and you're ready to pay respect to others and yourself in terms of developing your wealth on crypto, come on over to themarketsniper.com and complete the questionnaire for attending that webinar, 23rd of December. Look forward to catching you then. Otherwise, have a great Christmas and enjoy the bumpy ride that has been Bitcoin and BCC as Bitcoin launches a form of recovery as we speak. Speak to you all then, and not everything is random. All the shock and the newspapers reacting. We've been waiting for that cash ramp. You could be part of that too, and in early. Go into 2018 with your plan on building your wealth on crypto in the most efficient manner with method, mindset, and methodology. Francis checking out.